We're at the Hyatt in Cambridge, Maryland. We're at the Maryland Association of Counties, and we're here to witness our commissioner, Jack Wilson, take his final steps to become the president of MACo. Let's check it out. I'm here with Commissioner Wilson. It's a big day. We're here at MACo. Commissioner, what's it mean to be standing here today?
It means I've gone through 4 years of climbing up the leadership ladder at MACo. So
right.
This is a culmination.
Yeah. So you're about to be announced president right here. You're about to do your speech.
Yes.
What's it mean for Queens County to have someone in this role?
It keeps us at the forefront of seeing what's going on in the state and helping to shape policy with the state, with the whole legislature via MACo as a group, and obviously being the leader of it. It comes with its perks.
And there are a lot of people that might be watching. Maybe they don't even know, how did this come to be that you're now president?
So basically, you have to start out through as a MACo legislative committee member, and then through attrition and different election outcomes, changes the landscape of obviously the people that are available to be on the board of directors. But you work your way to the board of directors, and then eventually you can get elevated into what's called the executive queue or the executive board. You start out as treasurer, then you're secretary, second vice president, first vice president, and here we are, presidents.
Yeah. And how long does presidency last?
1 year.
1 year.
Yep. 1 year from today, and then 1 year as a past president, and then they kick you to the curb. So
all this work, we're going to make this year matter, aren't we?
That's right. Yes, we are.
Jack Wilson, first time in 36 years, Queen Anne's County's got somebody with the gavel.
It's right. So what's that mean for the county to have someone in that position?
Well, hopefully it means that we're going to get a lot of help. Hopefully it means we'll get a lot of influence, but we'll keep our fingers crossed on that.
So Jack has been focusing and concentrating on this for about 6 years.
Yep.
This is why it was so important 2 years ago for him to get reelected so he could assume MACo president. So this has been a long time coming.
So as MACo president, right, he gets a voice presiding over all the counties and Baltimore City for the state of Maryland. So we could get to advocate interests for rural Maryland and Queen Anne's County.
Pretty neat that Queen Anne's County gets to be the belle of the ball tonight. So how cool is it to see Commissioner Wilson going up and becoming president?
All I can think about is character, honorable man, a great man. I think we're great friends now, and he's just a great man.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce MACo's new president, my good friend, Queen Anne County Commissioner Jack Wilson. Mr. President.
All right, that's enough of that. Just sit down. Got a couple pieces of business to do before my remarks. First, Governor, I really want to thank you, your cabinet, for the commitment you've made to not only the whole state of Maryland, but specifically the Eastern Shore. We appreciate the outreach, the fact that you're available, you make yourself available as well as your cabinet. I just can't say enough and thank you enough for being there for us. So, now I get to take the past president officially and Congressman Johnny O. If you want to come up here, Johnny. Johnny, I think the governor hit it best. He meets every challenge head on. I mean, who wants to be president of MACo and run for Congress in the same year? Don't do it. Yeah, I mean, the whole president of MACo thing was enough, right? But he did it. He came through with flying colors. He made the commitment back when he said he was going to run, and he said, I will not leave the post as MACo president, and I respect that he did that, and I want to congratulate him, and from my board and the membership, good luck in Washington and give him hell. So, and I will present him with his past president placard. And so when I first ran for office in 2014, we had a local fire station. We had a meet and greet with a little bit of a forum atmosphere. So it was my very first forum I'd ever done. Had just spent my $25 to run for county commissioner. And so I read a prepared statement of my background. And then we had question and answers from the audience. And after we got done, I had one young woman from the audience came up and she goes, never read a prepared statement again. She said, because you're much better if you just talk, right? So I'm warning you, I have to read this because it was just too much to memorize because I'm getting old. But What I wanted to do first, and I'm already going to go off script. If I could, can I have all of the past MACo presidents that we have here in the room please stand up and recognize them with a round of applause? So you may be a past president, but you never leave MACo behind. So welcome to the 2024 MACo Conference. And it's a pleasure to see so many of my fellow elected leaders, colleagues, guests, and partners here tonight. I'm deeply honored to be stepping into the role of MACo president. This opportunity is a privilege, and I'm excited to continue the tradition of collaboration and leadership that MACo represents. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to my wife, Tracy, whose unwavering, and that's all capitals, support makes all that I do possible. And I also want to acknowledge my fellow commissioners from Queen Anne's County who are all sitting right here in front of me. All of our county employees that are here and those that couldn't make it, and the entire MACo community for their trust and partnership in this coming year. And I'm very excited that my son, Cody, was able to make it here tonight from Charleston with his newly minted fiancée. And I know my daughter and her family are here in spirit, even though they weren't able to physically make it. And I also want to extend my gratitude to the incoming executive board members, our legislative committee members, and of course our incredible, honored earlier executive director, and all of our MACo staff. Where are you? Stand up. There they are. And I throw that out past and present because I've been a part of MACo now going on 10 years, so I've seen a lot of people come and go, and they always they elevate themselves when they leave MACo. MACo is a great training ground for future greatness. So this year, I look forward to fostering even stronger collaborations between all of us, whether we come from large or small counties, rural or urban areas, or represent different political perspectives. MACo gives us the unique opportunity to come together, work with our partners at the federal, state, and local levels, and find common ground, because at the end of the day, we are all Marylanders committed to serving our communities. And once again, Johnny, congratulations. I can't say it enough. So how do you become MACo president? That question gets asked a lot, especially when you're getting to this point. And so you really say you got to be lucky, because first off, you got to get reelected at least once. Because it typically takes a couple years when you first get into MACo's legislative committee to figure out how MACo works as an organization. There's so many parts and moving pieces, it's a lot to comprehend. Between tracking the bills, advocating in Annapolis, and just the kind of content that the association delivers for all of its members, as you've seen here at this conference. And even if, in the space of 3 or 4 years, in the county elected official role, you get an opportunity to join leadership, it still may take at least 8 to 10 years to get to be MACo president. So it is a commitment, and that's why I had the other presidents stand up to show how much commitment it is, and all great people that have come before. And funny is, serving as MACo president is especially meaningful to me, as it's been over 4 decades since an elected official from Queen Anne's County has held this position. And for you history buffs, it was actually Leonard Smith in 1982. And I had to go back. I think we have one person that worked for the county in 1982 that's still with us, and it's John Nickerson. He's in here somewhere. 52 years, is that how many it is, John? Or 70 years? How long have you been with the county? So it takes the 10 years. And I've been extremely fortunate in my 10-year journey with a great group of commissioners alongside of me. Fellow commissioners like Phil Dumanel, Jim Moran, Chris Corcorino, and Patrick McLaughlin. And Phil, Jim, and I are in the midst of our 3rd terms. Chris is in the midst of his second term, and Patrick, as the baby, is in the middle of his first term. So, and you have to go back a long way in Queen Anne's County history to find a group of commissioners that have served together this long. In fact, there's only 2 commissioners in the last 70 years that have served 3 terms. And that was Grayson Chanson, 1954 to 1966, and again Leonard Smith from 1966 to 1982. And this historical group's tenure that I'm privileged to be a part of represents a true commitment to public service, and I'm proud to say that they're my fellow commissioners. And as we gather here for the 2024 MACo Winter Conference, we do so under this year's theme of anticipate, adapt, achieve, thriving through turbulent times. And I think the governor framed it pretty well for us. This theme couldn't be more timely as it captures the resilience and forward-thinking approach needed to navigate complexities we face in the coming year. Each year, this conference serves as a lead-in to Maryland's General Assembly, where the decisions made over those 90 days will have a lasting impact on all Marylanders. And with nearly 900 government leaders coming and going through the conference, we've had an incredible opportunity to come together, share our insights, and prepare for fiscal and policy realities of 2025 and beyond. We all know the challenges are significant. Maryland officials at every level are grappling with budget constraints, rising costs, and ever-growing demands on public services. The needs of our communities are evolving, and so too must our strategies. Local budgets are increasingly stretched thin by competing priorities and mandates, all while we face difficulty in recruiting and retaining public sector talent. But despite these challenges, one thing remains clear: our unwavering commitment to serve our residents with the same excellence they've come to expect. And this conference is our chance to collaborate, exchange ideas, and find solutions that will allow us to continue delivering high-quality services even in the face of adversity. And as leaders, we must be ready to anticipate what lies ahead, adapt to changing circumstances, and achieve impactful results that benefit every resident in our communities. Whether it's leveraging new technologies, streamlining processes, or finding creative ways to balance our budgets, our collective efforts here will set the tone for the year to come. And together, we can rise to the occasion and turn these challenges into opportunities. Thank you all for your dedication and commitment to public service. Let's make the most of our time here at MACo as we work to build a stronger, more resilient Maryland. And in closing, I wanted to take a moment to highlight some, and by no means all, of the incredible things our counties have accomplished this year across Maryland. Caroline County's Save Stations program has enhanced public safety by installing AED-equipped stations in parks to provide 24/7 access to life-saving devices, addressing the lack of nearby medical facilities. These user-friendly stations automatically alert 911 when used and were funded through grants and partnerships. Carroll County's Exploration Commons features a makerspace, teaching kitchen, and meeting rooms designed to foster lifelong learning and innovation. With over 500 programs hosted annually, the center is funded through grants and community fundraising efforts. In my home county, Queen Anne's County, we partner with public schools to create a health center offering primary care and extensive health services to employees and retirees, addressing a local shortage of medical providers. The center is free to users and funded through grants and cost savings on health benefits. In Anne Arundel County, hosts festivals to increase waterway access and promote environmental education. The festivals funded through the county budget include boat rides, kayak lessons, and engaging activities for over 6,500 attendees. And Baltimore City's EMS telemedicine initiative allows medics to connect patients with physicians virtually, and eliminating unnecessary ER visits and improving response efficiency. And the program is funded through the city and grant support. Finally, Frederick County helps seniors age in place by coordinating services like transportation, housing, and health care, initially funded through state and federal grants. The program is now supported by county resources and plans for Medicare reimbursement. And finally, Prince George's Neighborhood Planning Academy, This program educates residents on planning processes through free virtual sessions and in-person capstone presentations, and it is funded by the MNCPPC budget. And I hope as we leave the conference, we take away one small piece, and that is that we will be back here a year from now to put a new president in. And much as I was stated earlier, I want to leave the organization in the same, if not better shape, a year from now. So thank you all for being here tonight. And I do have one official piece of business, I believe. Virginia told me. And you do that. Should have done that first, but that's okay. So I hope you all will join us in the Chop Tank Ballroom down the hallway, out the door to the right for the President's reception. It's hosted by Queen Anne's County with the support of our co-sponsors Priceless Industries, Cigna Healthcare, Trade Point Atlantic, Keenan Farming Services, and supporting sponsors Tech Ops Specialty Vehicles, LLC, and the IEC Chesapeake. After the dessert reception, please stick around for the karaoke reception in the same room, sponsored by our friends from Zekic and Company. And before we get to the reception, I have to tell you that one person at each table has won the table centerpiece, sponsored by Royal Plus. So check under your bread plates if you didn't get them cleared already, and one lucky person at each table gets the centerpiece. I look forward to seeing you all down in the ballroom. Good night and God bless.